Can you point to the tooth, Whick, that got replaced?
This one.
Bro. I can't see it. Can you look right in the camera and point to it?
He doesn't realize, bro. He doesn't realize.
I'm looking at the camera.
And he's like the king of lame, worthless platitudes. You know, saying things like, you know, well, free speech is really important, guys. I cannot express to you how bored I am of talking about a son.
All right, Whick.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you later, but this is why you're not going to get a lot of right-wingers on your channel.
Okay, fine.
Because you suck.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. So I also wanted to show this. This is quite a funny little clip that I saw floating about. This dude, this takes me back. I don't know if this is something that's happened recently or not, but you know Andrew Wilson, right? I saw that recently. It wasn't interesting to me because all that fucking red pill whore debate shit is boring much of the time to me. But I saw that Andrew Wilson had gotten some hot water because apparently he had like said something wrong about something in a debate with that Alia person, right? And everyone on Twitter was like, oh, Andrew Wilson's wrong about something. And I was like, I literally couldn't care less. That Alia person's a fucking despicable freak. They had a gangbang or something for their birthday. They're like deranged. Andrew Wilson could say something I totally disagree with and I'd still support him in his quest against the whores. Anyway, dude, what is this? The Gollum-looking homo tooth fairy got super triggered when Andrew asked him about robbing his 46 viewer audience for the tooth fund, started spurking like a freak. People like Whick are just meant to be lolcows that people troll and mock. Dude. What? Eh?
You rob your audience for your tooth fund. Why'd you do that, Whick?
Oh yeah, did I rob my audience for my tooth fund? You fucking moron! Do you not see the tooth right here? Why are you retarded?
What tooth?
This one, motherfucker!
Where,
the one that they paid for! Asking why I robbed the audience of my tooth money when the tooth is clearly there. Are you retarded? What is going on? Are you retarded?
God, dude.
No, I really have. Now I'm concerned that I'm dealing with someone who is sub fucking room temperature IQ. Yeah, he muted himself, of course.
Yeah, hey, Whick, my smoke alarm was going off. Calm down. I didn't think that you wanted to hear that. Can you point to the tooth, Whick, that got replaced?
This one.
Bro.
I can't see it. Can you look right in the camera and point to it?
He doesn't realize, bro. He doesn't realize.
Yeah, I'm looking at the camera and you point. You can clearly see it. It's pretty clear.
That's the tooth that got replaced with?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so no, I didn't rob my audience.
Can you point to it again? How many?
So, bro, dude, if you don't know who this guy is and what this is about, it's so the lore is so deep on this. But the long story short is that Whick had a GoFundMe or another fundraising thing for his tooth. He had some problem with one of his front teeth, right? Basically, Whick used to be a completely like wretched fucking loser that had 5 viewers on Twitch, right? He was like a complete nobody. He used to go by Death of Certainty. So with this, he had this like chipped tooth that he wasn't actually able to like fix himself or pay for himself. When I went to TwitchCon in 2022, we let him stay at our place and he stayed on like a sofa, basically. So he had to sleep on a sofa at TwitchCon. And, you know, that's how fucking wretched he was. He couldn't even like afford a place to come to TwitchCon. He had to crash on a sofa at our Airbnb. And yeah, one of the funny things that happened there, right? Still don't know how this happened. Someone had bought mushrooms to the Airbnb, right? I'm not really into psychedelics, so I didn't partake myself. But obviously some people took mushrooms and that. And Whick somehow accidentally took mushrooms. And he was like, I didn't see him when he was high. But apparently, yeah, he accidentally took mushrooms and then later was telling everyone about how he accidentally ended up taking mushrooms. It was tripping the light fantastic. No idea. No idea how he managed to do that. That's just the kind of guy that Whick is. He just accidentally takes mushrooms. I mean, maybe he took them on purpose and he was coping about it. I don't know. But yes. He's like very much a like little funny character. Do you know what I mean? He was never like anything meaningful. He was just like a shitter that hosted panels. And he's like the king of lame, worthless platitudes. You know, saying things like, you know, well, free speech is really important, guys. You know, things like that. He thinks that, you know, I mean, initially he wasn't like actually that bad. He was just kind of like a bit of a nerd. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's it really. So yeah, anyway, we as a community are largely responsible for his success and also some of his ego. Because we started this meme. He was worse at the start. Right at the start, before he was like famous, right? Or before he became prominent. Oh, dude, yes. Oh my God, that's true. So right at the start, he did this stream. This is years ago at this point. But obviously Dylan Burns decided to go to Ukraine and do like war reporting. And him and others were like so upset about it and so bothered by this that they did these gay little panels where they spoke about it and were like, "Oh, I don't think Dylan should go to Ukraine. That's bad." And it was just like, okay, bro, like, say what you want about Dylan Burns, but who the fuck cares if Dylan wants to go to fucking Ukraine? Like, whatever. Like, let him do what he wants to do. Surely, like, he can be accountable for his own safety. So anyway, that was very funny. But, you know, you say he was worse. I mean, he was just kind of a loser. Just like an annoying nerd loser. He wasn't really that big a thing. That was before the TwitchCon stuff. And then, so for some reason, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but we watched this guy on a panel. And we were doing this kind of meme, or I was on a panel with him years ago. And we came up with this thing called wicking out. I think it was a chat meme, and then obviously I started saying it. This idea that he was wicking out. And it was obviously like partly mockery, but it was also like kind of this ironic support of him that we were doing. I'm wicking out when he started doing like Whick type things, basically. So anyway, off the back of this, he started to believe his own hype a little bit, and he started to become this kind of like, you know, he got like a bit of an ego off of it. And then he had some successful panels. So one of the panels that he did that was very successful because it was so crazy was the one about bestiality. So we did this bestiality panel. And in the course of that panel, a guy admitted to having sucked off a dog. It was very funny. But he started to get a bit of an ego off of that. He started to get an ego off of getting more viewers because he was hosting like more interesting panels and stuff like that. And then he got ruined further. Because Progressive Victory started paying him. And so it inflated his ego times 1,000. And then all of a sudden, he thought he was this big, important player that had something meaningful to say. When he was like a shitty panel host at absolute most, you know? And what was even more annoying about the Progressive Victory stuff is that he was getting paid under the table by Progressive Victory for these meetings he was going to. But he didn't disclose it. He didn't disclose it, which people were obviously bothered about and were like, well, hang on a minute. Like, if you're getting paid by a political organisation, you ought to disclose that, even if it's not a direct sponsorship. And the thing with the Progressive Victory payments is the reason they structured it that way and they didn't just pay for content, okay, was because that was against the rules for political orgs to sponsor content. So they had to do it in this way, and then it wasn't disclosed. And he got really like uppity and bothered about it when people were pointing out that he should probably disclose that he's getting paid by a political organisation in some fashion. In the midst of this also, he started getting like a few donos from, would you believe it, Lex Friedman. Lex Friedman found out about Whick and was watching this dude. And he donated a few times. Yes, Lex Friedman, the Lex Friedman that you know, donated to this dude. So I think that speaks quite highly, or lowly I should say, of Whick. But Whick obviously thought it was great. Whick thought it was fucking a great thing. Whereas obviously Lex Freeman is a bit of a fucking joke, I would say. So I think this swirl of like our initial ironic support led to a little boost of his ego. He then got these Lex Freeman donos, a further boost. He then got the Progressive Victory money, another boost. So it was just like this bizarre, ever increasing ego fuel getting poured on this dude. Now, the tooth thing is essentially he had this bad cracked tooth or something, and he couldn't afford to fix it. So what he did is he put up a goal. You put up this goal, or not a goal, I should say, this GoFundMe, and I believe it was for $3,000, if I recall correctly, and it was to fix his tooth. He actually, I believe, managed to fundraise the full $3,000, but then he didn't get his tooth fixed for ages. It was months and months and months that he didn't get his tooth fixed. And so people were kind of asking. I mean, to be honest with you, there was a bit of like a campaign, okay? Certain members of my community were putting out tweets about it. Hashtag Toothgate is what it was getting called. But yeah, it was over a year. For over a year, he didn't get his tooth fixed. And then people were sort of saying, like, what's going on with the tooth? And he would say, hashtag open wide. That was it. And he would say, oh, I can't afford to get it done yet. And it's like, well, you fundraised for, thousands of dollars. So why are you not getting it done? If that money is for the tooth, then you should be paying for your tooth. And if it's not for the tooth, well, you should be refunding the money or something, because it seems like you fundraised under illegitimate means or purposes. But the problem is the people that supported him didn't really seem to care about it. They were just like, whatever. Oh, I gave him the money, it doesn't matter. So it didn't really go anywhere. But this is what Andrew is referring to. Andrew is referring specifically to Toothgate, which is quite funny when you think about it. And yeah, that's so although he's doing a big fucking spurgy show of it, it is true that he took money from his audience and didn't then use it to get his tooth fixed. And I think it was after the Progressive Victory money started rolling in, I believe then that is when he ended up getting his tooth fixed. And the thing is now is he's been propped up by Progressive Victory cash. And I think if I recall correctly, I believe he was one of the people. Oh, I know what it was. He took $500 to shave his beard or something, right? And it was literally the days after the Progressive Victory money has stopped. He was doing like stunts for cash on stream. Because obviously he didn't get like a meaningful increase in viewership because his content fucking sucks. Oh. Goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Bro. Oh, Wicky boy. Sticky wicket.
Welcome to Chud Nation.
Thank you for the gifted. Appreciated. So he peaked here, February 2023. And then obviously he's just like literally drifted off. And now he averages, he averages between 20 and 30 views now. Ugh. Womp womp. What is this?
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Here's one for you. Okay.
Fancy strikes
Let me,
you.
Dude.
Get the old, the exercise.
Bro, there's no way.
You got to work up to it, right? You can't just go in, right? You got to like give it some time. So let me moisturize my throat here.
What a throwback. Different times. So look, there it is. You can see the tooth issue there.
Don't always have to fuck her hard. In fact, sometimes that's not right to do. Sometimes you gotta make some love and fucking give her some smooches too. Sometimes you got to squeeze
Is he singing Tenacious
Sometimes
D?
you got to say please. Sometimes you got to say, hey,
that's wonderful.
I'm gonna fuck you
Lex Friedman
gently.
makes Wick sound intelligent by
I'm gonna
comparison.
screw
I
you
stumbled on some
sweetly.
skinny
Bro, I can't
goblin
do this.
child shouting tooth cuck and other obscenities at Wick via your community. First Queen experience be like.
Thank you for the super chat. Spencer Howard, Major Windy, thank you.
Off depressed people.
Thank you for the deep lore on WhickTV aka Rodentus Progressivus. It's not often that we get to wick off as long and vigorously as this.
Anyway, to go back to this video here, right?
It was fun.
Obviously, we'll just watch it again because it's funny.
Why'd you do that, Wick?
Oh yeah, did I rob my audience from my tooth fund, you fucking moron? Do you not see the tooth right here? Why are you retarded?
What tooth?
Bro, he doesn't have the right to spurg out like this anyway. If you fundraise, right, at a certain point for something, and then later you don't get it till later when you get more money, well then you haven't used the funds what it's for. This like basic accounting.
How do I make money off depressed people?
Is that Daniel Larson's sweet voice?
Thank you for the super chat. If I say to you guys now, hey, I'm in a tight spot and I need $1,000 for a wig. I need a hairpiece for my mental. My mental is bad because of my hair. I need money for a wig. Can I have $1,000 for a hair system? And I fundraise $1,000, and people give me money for that purpose, and then you don't see me wearing it until a year and a half later. And when you ask me about it, I say I can't afford to get it right now. Yeah, I think that you have committed some sort of charity fraudulent activity or something. It's like you have not used the money for that purpose. It's basic accounting. You get the money in for that and you spend it on that. That's it. That's what you use it for. If you use it for anything else, and then you later use other funds to pay for what you were supposed to pay for with the funds you raised initially, that's like, yeah, it's fraud. You committed fraud. Pretty simple stuff, really. But obviously, you know, Wick just... And Wick is like this. He just, like, spurgs out and acts like a total fucking tard when he gets called out for something. Like this. And it's the same with the progressive victory stuff, right? People made a very simple argument, right? That if you were getting paid money by a political organization, you ought to disclose that you're getting paid that money somewhere. And, you know... People pointed to the TOS and said, it doesn't say you got to do that in the TOS. And it's like, well, yeah, because they're circumventing the rules. The TOS says you can't take money from political orgs for sponsored content. But they allowed this to happen because, you know, it was like a loophole, essentially. Like, yeah, if you're getting paid a regular income by an organization that could be having an impact on your content, you should disclose it. This is like not just about the rules. This is about a baseline of like morals or ethics or something, right? Like, bro, you could be getting influenced by that money and people should know. And the way that these meetings worked is people would go to them and they would get paid, depending on how big they were, but they would get paid a sum of money to attend a meeting. And in that meeting, they would discuss progressive political talking points and ideas about shows and panels and stuff that you could do off the back of those talking points. Now, to be fair, they never said that you had to talk about those things. But, obviously, it was about the implication. You're getting paid money by a political org, and they're giving you these talking points. And it's like, yeah, obviously the idea is you'd go and then say those talking points down the line. You know? And it's like, you know... Because the thing is, even if it's like, well, I'm progressive, I'd say progressive stuff anyway, and I just happen to be getting paid to go to a meeting and then they give me the idea for what talking points to say, you're still under the influence then, because a political organization is guiding what your content is doing in some fashion. And there's going to be some like top-end benefit that happens as a result of that. It's like, if I'm going to do a show and I think of my own accord, I'm going to do a discussion about political topic A. And then I go to the meeting and they say a bunch of shit. And I go, oh, off the back of the meeting, and they're thinking about them discussing with me political topic B, I'm going to talk about political topic B. Well, there's the influence. Your content is being guided. And you're not giving people the information with which to be able to assess and understand that dynamic. Like, it was such a simple argument. It was such a simple point. And these people all freaked the fuck out about it. They couldn't fucking, you know, Whick, I'm sure others did the same as well. But Whick was the worst one. Whick was the one who was really fucking lashing out about just being asked for a simple disclosure of something he ought to disclose, you know?
This one, motherfucker!
Okay, right, you're getting banned. You're getting banned. I literally played the video already, first of all. And if you really cannot fucking wait a couple of minutes while I explain something, then you should just fuck off. There we go.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Cherry. Cherry. I'm going to be homeless, Cherry. Cherry. VV Cherry V Cherry Cherry. I told you I didn't have time to organize this. It's your fault.
Thank you for the super chats. Was Connor very upfront about PV? To be honest with you, okay, to be honest with you, right? I would say that Connor was too upfront about progressive victory. That dude was like giving all the fucking goods and all the juicy little morsels, talking about it. It was insane. He was like coming on and saying about what was going on and what the meetings were about and stuff like that. Yeah, he was fucking, you know, just saying everything that was going on, and it was like, okay, thanks for letting us know, I guess.
The one that they paid for. Asking why I robbed the audience of my tooth money when the tooth is clearly there. Are you retarded? What is going on? Are you retarded? No, I really have.
Twitch became a member. Twitch celebrates 19 months of membership. Speaking of Twitch moderation, did you see that Ethan has been given a 30-day ban for showing Hassan's content while Hassan is back after only 1 day?
What do you think? Do you think I have seen that Ethan has been given a 30-day ban for showing Hassan's content while Hassan is back after only 1 day? What do you think? Do you think I've seen that? Do you think I've seen that? Thank you for the membership, by the way. It is just, honestly, a very irritating thing that people do, where they say, have you seen this massive story? Yes. Yes, obviously I have seen this massive story, okay? And as I said yesterday, I'm so fucking bored of talking about Hassan's fucking shit and Twitch and Ethan, right? I briefly mentioned it earlier, and I'll probably bring up the fucking subreddit about it, but I'm unlikely to do significant or meaningful coverage about it because I'm so fucking bored of talking about it, dude. I cannot express to you how fucking bored I am of talking about Hassan and Ethan and fucking Twitch being a terrorist haven. Bro, I can't take it anymore, dude. Oh my god, bro. It's the same, bro. You people are fucking unbelievable. What? Like, it's unreal to me, dude. What is it? You want the same fucking thing said again and 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 again. Yes, Twitch fucking sucks. Hassan is fucking sucked dry. They're a fucking haven for terrible terrorist promo content. Bro, what more can I possibly say about it, dude? Oh my god, bro. Thanks for the membership anyway. Appreciate it.
But
Thank
how do
you.
I make money off depressed people?
Thank you.
Old Man Jenkins became a member. Old Man Jenkins celebrates 8 months of membership. What are you trying to say?
Thank you for the membership.
Now I'm concerned that I'm dealing with someone who is sub fucking room temperature IQ. Yeah, he muted himself, of course.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey, Whick, My smoke alarm was going off. Calm down. I didn't think that you wanted to hear that. Can you point to the tooth, Wick, that got replaced?
This one.
I can't see it. Can you look right in the camera and point to it?
Yeah, I'm looking in the camera and you clearly see it.
Okay, that's wonderful.
That's
but how do I
that's
make
the tooth that got
money
replaced with?
off depressed people?
This is what
Oh,
happens.
okay.
You give money
Okay,
to
so
Chud and he
no,
starts
I
Can you
didn't
point to
rob
it?
my
Can you
audience.
point-
Can't.
Can you point to it again? How many?
Believe these streamers. That
Thank
filly rage
you
is
for the
taking over your
membership,
mind.
for the super chats.
Distressed face. Distressed face.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Bro, it didn't
But
give
how
the
do I
game away
make
saying look
money
right into the
off
camera.
depressed people?
That is
Mr.
insane.
Jones became a member. Mr. Jones celebrates 7 months of membership. Again and 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 again and.
Thank you. Thank you for the membership. But yeah, it's like, it's so funny how he's trying to rail against Andrew Wilson. And he's the one that is a fucking retard. He's the one that doesn't realise he's getting fucking milked and farmed in that moment. You know? Yeah, bro, you're the one that looks like a fucking retard, bro. Also, bro,
but how do I make
I fucking
money
hate
off
this
depressed
Andrew
people?
Wilson
One guy within
shit,
48
right?
minutes. New record, boys.
Andrew Wilson is actually, you know, you could disagree with his politics. You can call him a misogynist. You can say what you want about the guy in terms of his politics, right? But he is actually an exceptionally,
Okay, that's wonderful.
gracious
But how do I
person.
make money
Okay?
off depressed people?
We want the same slop regurgitated for the 15th time with slightly different, meaningless distinction. We want it live because your spurging is keno.
Thank you for
Okay,
the super
that's
chats,
wonderful.
guys.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
And this is what I find so frustrating about all the
Welcome to
fucking
Chud
anti-narratives about the
Good
guy.
old days of wicking out. Nostalgic sub here
Thank
on
you
Twitch.
for the sub. It's like there's little things, right? So, a disingenuous snake. Is he? Not in my experience. Other people might have that experience with him. I don't, right? Like, there's little things, like funny things. Like, I remember when I went on this show with him, and I can't remember what it was about. It was fucking years ago at this point. But he messaged me afterward, and he said, oh, hey, yeah, good to talk, you know. You're not as much of an F-slur as I expected you to be. I was like, okay, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. That's nice of him to say in a funny way, right? And he's right. It's a fair comment. I can understand people expect me to be more of an F-slur. Fair enough. But then it's like little things. Like, I remember I was going to go on his show at one point, and I'd asked him about whether or not someone might come on that's banned on Twitch, you know, just as a matter of course, because I was on Twitch. And he was like, no, I wouldn't do that to you. Like, he's clearly got, like, some concern and care that he doesn't want to, like, fuck your shit up if you go on his show. So he's aware and conscious that, okay, well, if someone is on Twitch, there's certain, like, rules you have to follow to make sure they don't get fucked up. So he's got, like, an awareness that way, you know? And the other thing, too, is it's you know, it's obvious when you think about it, but he has actually become, like, an exceptionally successful content creator, right? So he's taken the Crucible from a few thousand subs debating shitters on Twitch poll, and he's going on like the Whatever podcast. He's going on Piers Morgan. I think he's been on like a news show and shit like this. Like he's actually gotten really big, but he hasn't become like this like egotistical freak about it. He hasn't become this like ego-driven insane person. Like he still is willing to talk to shitters and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And even if you don't like his politics, which is fine, it just, you know, to me, he's always been a very gracious and, you know, like a very gracious person. So I appreciate that, you know? Very gracious. You just don't like him because you're a fucking homosexual, okay? Can we be real for a second? It's fine if you don't like him. You can not like his politics. You can think he's a fucking big papa fascist, as he used to call himself, okay? But this is why I find this stuff so fucking crazy, that shitters like Whick, who have gone nowhere, despite having absolute rocket fuel poured on their career by things like Progressive Victory, okay? They say shit like this. One thing I've struggled with on my show is getting solid, dependable right-wing voices that are strong rhetorically and able to advocate for the point of view. I have a couple, but I can't keep tapping them day in, day out. I need a deeper bench. Suggestions, kings and queens. Who should I reach out to? Who should I try and get on the show on a fairly regular basis? You're the cringe one. Okay, bro. Dude, I'm in a banning mood today. I would tread carefully, okay? I would tread very carefully. You're the cringe one saying you discount everything just because you said you're not a British cigarette. Discount what? What do you mean by that? Discount what exactly? The fact he's like a right-winger. The fact he's got Christian conservative views on things. Like, what the fuck are you on about? It's such an insane concept. What am I supposed to care about exactly? What am I supposed to be concerned about exactly? What am I supposed to, like, care? Like, yeah, the guy's an asshole. The guy's a fucking obnoxious prick. Yes. But he's a lot more gracious than some of these fucking lefty retards like you. I'd take a fucking million Andrew Wilsons over a little freaks like you any day of the fucking week, okay? Holy fuck, bro. I have a couple, but I can't keep tapping them day in, day out. I need a deeper bench. So yeah, suggestions, kings and queens. Who should I reach out to? Why are people want to go on WhickTV? Who the fuck cares? Oh, WhickTV wants me to go on. Bro, you run a fucking no name, no nothing, nobody panel that gets 50 viewers now. If that. Especially now that the fucking progressive victory stuff is fucking finished. And bigger creators. Well, what is the appeal there? Oh, we got two options. You can go on Piers Morgan today. Or alternatively, how about you could go on the WhickTV show? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Does he stream? Okay, I mean, he streams on YouTube as well. But I mean, he's getting... Well, we can probably check, actually. Where's Playboard? WhickTV. WhickTV. Let's have a look. Whick. Here it is. Oof. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ooh. Average view is 69. Okay. So to be fair, he gets an average of 69 viewers. So including his Twitch stats, he's looking at a 90 average viewership. I underestimated it when I said 50 views. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. What's he looking at in terms of super chats? Wait, is that 6, 7, 8 for the month? Oh, oof. So with that plus ads, he's probably making $2,000 a month tops. That's being generous, I think. I call that $2,000 a month tops, personally. And live stream wise, okay. So he actually, to be fair to him, he does actually get some peaks. So the average is 79, 65, 148, 160, 28. Ugh, slow day in the office. But yeah, the thing is, it's so crazy about this is like he has had everything he could possibly need to be tremendously successful and probably get to like 500, 600 viewers on a pretty consistent basis. But he just can't do it. He's another one of these streamers that will always be in the fucking doldrums, that will, you know, never consistently breach 100 viewers. Like, if you think about it, he's had Lex Friedman donating to him. He's had Progressive Victory, a Democrat PAC, super PAC, that is designed to get the fucking politics into the streaming space, supporting him. Bro, the Progressive Victory stuff was so... Oh, Destiny as well. Yeah, true. He went to the canvassing event. He did the... Bro, there's like videos of him at the canvassing event and shit. But unfortunately, he's just really fucking boring. And no one's interested in what he's got to say. Because it's the most fucking slop bullshit, like nothing perspectives going. And he's not really able to secure meaningful guests, as he said himself. Oh my god, dude. What is, dude?
By these institutions,
Bro.
by other institutions.
Oh my god, there's no... You're not going to believe who this is. Another shitter that totally fell by the wayside. Debating MAGA on Admiral Gibbs' show. Oh my god, dude.
My point is that
Prime Kai.
Okay, that's
reducing
wonderful.
these
But how do I
costs
make
has
money
knock-on
off
effects,
depressed
not
people?
just for the
I'm
government
sorry,
work. Giant
Chud. I haven't watched your stream in a few days and I missed the beginning of today's stream. I had no idea you would react like that.
It's all good,
Flushed
mate.
face.
Don't listen, I feel bad now, okay? Dude, it's fine. Okay? You were the target of a frustration that you were not due to be targeted by, okay? You were just asking a question. Okay, it's all good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I feel the Finny rage kicked in. The Finny rage kicked in, okay? Totally reasonable question. It's a big drama that's happening. And I will brief I was going to bring up the Reddit thread about it briefly. So it's all good. Don't worry about it, okay? Dude, it's just, bro. It's just so, bro. I'm so over it, dude. I'm so over it, bro. Anyway, we don't need to watch this. I don't give a fuck about what these fucking losers are talking about. You know. But the thing to think about is this. And this is why progressive victory was always so fucking stupid, right? Because now you've got like Piers Morgan, which gets hundreds of thousands, if not over like 1 million views an episode. And if you're a political organization group,
okay, that's wonderful.
you would just put your
But how
fucking
do I
politics
make
guy on there.
money off depressed people.
I thought Prime K was last seen homeless in California.
Okay, true. Oh, true. Yeah, thinking he's dead in Pokemon. Thank you for the super chat. So, progressive victory threw money at these no-name, nobody retard streamers. Presumably because they could exert significant control over their content because they're like nobodies. Which, you know, was probably true of people, someone like Whick. But then they've not got like a career out of it. They haven't achieved meaningful political influence. And now you could just make one phone call, which would be free, and you could put your political guy on a show like Piers Morgan. You don't need to pay Piers Morgan money for that because he is happy for the guests to have a debate so he can put on a good YouTube video. And that's it. You're laughing. Like, what serious political operative is going to want to be involved in whatever the fuck this is? It's just total cancer.
So it's like,
I mean, what is this?
You're socialist. I got it. You're a purist. What about you, Papa? Let's talk about reality. What?
I mean, listen. Okay, I like Irrelevant, obviously, right? I like Irrelevant, but like, he's got like fucking 50 viewers. Dude, it's bleak.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
PV really was just UBI for Destiny Orbiters. Yes, true. And I think it was the day after the election or something like that, or in the days leading up to it maybe, the funding got pulled. And then you had fucking Xanderhall crying about his viewership. Whick shaving off his fucking beard. And listen, I do like Irrelevant, okay? Friendly fire here. So I'm not trying to have a go at Irrelevant, but it's just to point out that, like, you know, it's not someone that if you're a political high-tier operative, you would want to go and knock about with, because there's other options that are easier to get access to a bigger audience, so you'd have to fucking pay money to the people to fucking give them a guide on what you want to do with them, you know? So yeah, rough. Yeah, really did stop streaming for a while. Well, he moved in with Darius, I think. And
Okay,
yeah,
that's
who
wonderful.
knows?
But how do I make money off depressed people?
How long until Chud Finast are raped?
But I mean, yeah, dude, this is just fucking bleak. Very bleak. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the tale of WhickTV. So that's, and the point is here, of course, is that you're Andrew Wilson, right? You're Andrew Wilson. You're on the whatever podcast, and you're on fucking Piers Morgan, right? You're on big political shows. Why are you going to give a fuck about Whick? Like, you know, he's doing him a favour just responding to him, to be honest with you. So he's looking for more right-wingers to come on his show, okay? Why would a right-winger come on your show who is prominent? All you do is mute them. So, Andrew's not even like being that unreasonable here. He's obviously just expressing some concern that he got, I guess, muted at some point or something. Like, he's not being like, oh yeah, I'm too good for you. Right? He's just saying like, well yeah, I'm not going to come on your show. Or like, why would someone come on your show if you're going to do that? Not even, I wouldn't come on your show, but why would someone do that? This charming soft dude gets muted one time after trying to hold my panel hostage like a mass and then runs away. I've never approached you to be on my show after your behaviour for a reason. And as I said, I mean, I don't know what his behaviour was like, but like, this is like WhickTV's fucking problem, clearly. Why would you not want Andrew Wilson back on your show? Andrew Wilson is a great guest, brings great content, whether you fucking love him or hate him, okay? And he has got a massive profile now. He's got a big draw that could bring a big audience to your show. He'd be a shoo-in to have him on if you were doing political debates. Like, yeah, he is an entertaining guy. Exactly. He's an entertaining guy. Bro, I've watched debates of Andrew Wilson argue with like total shitters, and I like disagree completely with Andrew's position. Right? I'm like, I don't, you know, I'm not a fascist or right winger like some people say I am. But it's still, I'm more on his side because of how funny and entertaining he is when he's debating someone. He's there with a brick wall behind him. He's there smoking the cigarette. Bro, it's like it's a whole thing he's got going on, you know? And it's just funny. And this guy is like, oh, because of my ego, I'm not going to bring you on. And as I said in the tweet, I want right-wingers who are effective rhetorically, not ones who don't know what a correlate is or aren't able to properly engage with a hypothetical. Bro, Whick is so fucking dumb, it's unbelievable. Bro, what is he on about? You could be effective rhetorically without knowing what a correlate is or properly engaging with a hypothetical. Right? What are you on about? That's like debate terminology. You don't need to be engaging in the correct debate terminology to be rhetorically effective. If I wanted to have some pedant on who wanted to debate on what definition of is, I have other fucking options. Midwit dunk attempt, yes. So wait a second. So this guy is saying, I need more right-wing voices for the show that are solid and dependable. And then Andrew's like, why would a right-winger come on your show that's prominent? All you do is mute them. And then he says, I have other fucking options. Well, clearly you don't have other fucking options because you're begging on Twitter for people to give you advice about who to bring on your fucking show. So what are your options exactly, Whick? You fucking midwit. You have other options. Okay, who? Name me another right-winger, okay, like of a similar prominence to Andrew Wilson, who's got the profile that Andrew Wilson has got, who gets on the shows that Andrew Wilson gets on, that will be willing to come on a shitter Whick panel. I'll save you some time. The answer is, there's none. Because there aren't any other right-wingers with the same profile and size of Andrew Wilson that would come on a shitter show like Whick. Because Andrew Wilson came from Twitch poll, and despite the fact that he's well within his fucking rights to sack it all off and say fuck it, Rob Knorr does not have the same profile as Andrew Wilson. He doesn't have the same profile. He's not even close. Rob Knorr is like a fucking, you know, like a 50, 100 viewer guy. Whatever. He's not getting on the whatever podcast. He's not getting on the big, significant fucking like shows the same level that Andrew Wilson is. Did he go on Piers Morgan? He might have gone on Piers Morgan, to be fair. So yeah, what fucking options has he got? Bro, really, it's really read. I had other options for pedants, and then asked me to list them. That's not what pedantry means. Pedantry means an over-obsession and focus on little trivial details, right? That's not a trivial detail. You were saying, I have other options, and Andrew's saying, what other options have you got? That's not pedantry. That's not what pedantry means. So you don't have other options, exactly. You are lamenting you don't have options. I explain why, and instead of correcting the problem, you blame me for it. It isn't my fault you treat your guests poorly, Whick. It literally was your fault they were treated poorly. That you were treated poorly, though. Funny, I don't recall muting anybody. That was a power move or whatever. Remember? I'm platforming you right now, so I can do as I please. I suppose that's true, but don't complain about the consequences. Is that true? Is that true? Has anyone got a clip of this? I want to see. I'm interested. I'm invested. I want to see if this is true. Did he mute Andrew and say it's a power move? I mean, if that's true, then yeah, Whick shouldn't do that. Then obviously people are not going to want to come on if you act like that with your guests. Muting someone because, you know, you need to make a moderation move or something like that is fine. But to be honest with you, that sounds like exactly the kind of thing that Whick would do. But it'd be good if someone had the video evidence. By all means, link it to me. Funny, I don't recall it being a lecture. I've been on bigger platforms, so I can speak over everyone if I don't like what they're saying. I suppose that's true, but don't complain about the consequences. Has Andrew ever said anything like this? I don't. The consequences so far have been damned good. I must be doing something right. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I've ever seen or heard of Andrew, like, doing this, like, gay, oh yeah, I'm so much better than you because I've been on big shows. Noxtaki fan, do you know where I could find that by any chance? Andrew Wilson is a horrible person, treating badly with no conscience. Bro, you people are so gay, bro. You're such fucking cancerous little freaks, right? Where you do this thing where you're like, they're a bad person, so you can treat them badly on a show. But if it was your guy getting fucking muted, you'd be spitting feathers about it. Bro, I just don't understand. You know, it's very obvious, right, that people don't like Andrew's aggressive kind of tone and way of debating and stuff, and they just get upset about it. You know? These are DGG programmed escaped slaves, I think. Yeah, probably. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right, Styler. I think you're onto something. I think you're onto something, bro. Where's the pirate software drama? We'll get to it when I'm ready. We'll get to it when I feel like it, okay? Remember what he said to Dillahunty? Yeah, he was exceptionally cruel. He was exceptionally cruel and mean to Dillahunty. Yes. Like, yeah, he's a fucking obnoxious asshole. Like, yes, correct. It was it. Look, guys. Okay, look. Okay. Chase a solidarity with Matt Dillahunty, okay? I can't remember how that went. It was when I was away for was that fucking DebateCon. I remember being on the flight and I downloaded it to find out what had happened because it was so crazy. It's a shame actually because I was hoping to you know meet Andrew when I was there, but I think we missed each other. I think like you know he was leaving as I got there or something. I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah, dude. I mean, well, I don't know if it's like Whick should be begging to join the panel. But, you know, it's just so funny that he's there fucking crying about having no right-wingers for his show. And now here he is, like, you know, snubbing someone who, if he was a bit more gracious, he could probably have back on, who would be a great guest for the show. If you get Andrew Wilson on a panel, you'll be looking at probably a few hundred viewers your end at least, I would say, you know, because he's got quite a big audience these days. He's got like 100K subs on YouTube. He's grown massively because of all this, like, you know, shows he's gone on and stuff like that. He's done very well. Andrew Wilson isn't worthwhile to talk to. God, you are a fucking little program slave, aren't you? What does it matter whether someone is worthwhile to talk to or not? You're making a fucking panel show, right? If it was, oh, Whick doesn't want to speak to Andrew because he's obnoxious one-on-one, fair enough. I get that, right? But Whick's supposed to be doing a fucking panel show. You're making content. What does it matter what the person is or isn't worthwhile in terms of talking to? You're bringing them on for content's sake. Oh, but he's not worthwhile to talk to, guys. Literally, what does it matter? Point of view, you're on a BreadTube Politics channel. This is Whick financing. Dude, I saw this and I misread it. And I thought this person was saying $26 an hour. And at first, I couldn't understand. And I was like, well, that seems fine. Like, you know, as a starting point, that's decent. But no, if you were consistently getting $26 a day from YouTube, would you quit your day job? I make anywhere from $22 to $28 a day from YouTube. Let's say day on average. I'm $26 a day. I'm debating quitting my day job to either go all in on YouTube or start one of my old businesses back up. Good idea. Would $26 a day be enough for you? If not, why not? Yeah, if you've got like 0 bills to pay, if you live with your parents and they don't want any money off you, yeah, maybe that might be okay. And you're happy just having like a little, you know, a little bit of spending money each month. I'm just here for Chud to cover the Ethan Hassan Twitch drama. I'm sure we'll get to it soon. Yeah, dude. Bro, don't worry about it. I'm getting to it. Okay, I promise. I had a good look, but I couldn't see it. Oh, okay. Okay. It's all good. We don't need to find the clip. It is what it is. So yeah, it's just like, this is why people like Whick fail, right? They get like some fucking ego about it and they can't just accept that, hey, maybe like muting your guests as a power move is like a shitty thing to do. And it's so obvious that he's doing it because he knows that Andrew, because of fucking little retards like you, like DGG drones like you. Little retards like you who are like, well, Andrew's a bad person, so you can treat him how you want. Fine, treat him how you want. But then don't be surprised we don't have fucking right-wingers for your show. And people like fucking Andrew, who've got quite a big profile, don't want to come on. Like, yeah, obviously.
Hello, you're live.
Well, hello, Wick.
Hi,
That wasn't very nice, Wick. You weren't very nice to Rob.
Maybe not.
Oh, is this when they talk?
I wasn't nice.
You were kind of a jerk. Remember how that guy, under total false pretenses, completely lied his ass off? And he showed you proof and then said he didn't want to be there under false pretenses. And like a slimy liberal scumbag, he did everything that you could to run him off. That wasn't very nice, Wick.
Is this where he gets muted?
That?
So no one showed me proof until after he had left, when Soy Pill streamed the tweet. I didn't know what was being referenced. I had no point to talk.
I was watching it. He admitted it.
He admitted that he lied, but I don't know what he lied about, and that matters. So, for example, if he said, Rob, your beard is nice, but then he was like, haha, I didn't actually think your beard is nice, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's not what happened. What happened was Rob told you that this guy tried to call him in under false pretenses. Totally reasonable for him to say he's not going to be on a panel with a person who, under false pretenses. Anyway.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's just the full thing. I mean, I'm you know, I really just, maybe it's at the end. Maybe at the end it happens.
It's my house rules. What I say goes, right, Wick?
there are reasonable standards that we can hold
Right,
to these
there are
hypotheticals, to
reasonable
these
standards. There's reasonable
analogies.
standards, and he gave you a reasonable one,
I
and
just
you fucked
disagree.
him over with.
$5 from the Soy Pill to say, shame on you, Wick, for platforming dishonest freaks like the Soy Pill. Andrew is right. You lost control. Thank you for the $5. I did lose control. It's crazy. Everybody lose control. I'm freaking out. But yeah.
Yeah. All right, Wick.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you later, but this is why you're not going to get a lot of right-wingers on your channel.
Okay, bye.
Because you suck.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bro, it's so funny, bro. Like, you're a fucking loser, dude. You're a total loser. Your channel sucks. You don't get any fucking viewers. You don't get nearly enough viewers that, you know, to support yourself. And you're fucking acting like this. I'm not saying you have to fucking bend the knee to people and be a total fucking pushover. But it's like, you know, just be a little bit more gracious, bro. Like, you ain't that big a deal as you like to think you are. Anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know where the muting clip is, and I don't want to listen to a fucking hour of those two talking about some gay panel they had. The Wick had. Did he pay for those toys? Possibly. Possibly. Oh, the Adams dude. Bro, actually, although obviously you guys were telling me about how much Adam was being a little fucking, you know, bit of a lame-o about the thing. Yeah, I actually heard him say something positive about me the other day, so clearly the bridge isn't totally burnt. Okay, I'll be back on Adam and Sitch before you know it, guys. Don't worry. I'm going back on soon. Can't wait. I think he just had his nose put out of joint. Off the back of that event, you know. I get it. It's understandable, you know. My community can be very, very harsh. Okay. No one wants to hear it. I mean, I find his Trump stuff irritating. But he has been given a pro-Ukraine perspective, which I think is great. You're so fucking nice, it's sick. Yeah, and you're too mean, okay? You're too mean. Adam is sensitive like Stylo said, he's a pussy. Sure. Oh, hey, Mary, how's it going? Is Adam the one who got mogged by tomfoolery? Yes, yeah. That did happen, unfortunately. Tragically, he was mogged. You didn't have to read the super chat about Adam, Chud. Yep, this is the EFAP cope that I was like too mean reading it. Bro, it was meant to be, dude, it was banter. It wasn't meant to be an actual slight. It was just banter. It was just like, you know, a bit of a laugh.